What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah. Today we are jumping back into the Carniverse. We're going to be playing the Feeding Grounds mission. Before we do that, allow me to shill for a moment. If you'd like to support the channel, make sure you smash all the buttons for me. If you'd like to go a step further, check out the links down in the description to Patreon and Redbubble. Get yourself some sweet swag. And let's go take a look at the board, the scenario, and what we're trying to do in this game of the Carniverse. What's up, my friends, and welcome back to another game of the Carniverse. We're going to be playing the Feeding Grounds mission, which we have both stumbled upon another survivor camp that has suffered the horrible fate of the dinosaur apocalypse in which we live, and they were eaten or in some other way murdered, and their base has caught on fire. We do have 4 compies that are descending upon this carnage to scavenge from the debris, and because there's already blood in the air, our scent of blood rolls will be +1 for the game, for the whole game. And I'm on this edge. Michael is over on this edge. And our goal is to get the resources and get the heck out of Dodge. And that being said, we're going to get into our first race. There's not much going to be happening during this first one. We're going to do a scent of blood roll, and we're going to move the compies, and then we're going to get into our initiative roll. So this is where the dinos start. Here's where our compies end up, because that right there, she's the only human that they could see, and there's no detection tokens on the table yet. No scent of blood roll. I was wrong about that because it's turn 1. That doesn't start till turn 2. And then we go to initiative, which is your dice roll plus your leader's leadership or courage. I got a 4, but ours are the same. His might be higher. Yours might be higher, actually. Into that, Mike's going to win that because he has +1 to the dice because he has fewer team members than me, and we forgot it there, but he actually gets to roll 2 dice and take the highest. Yeah. Take the highest. So this is where I'm starting on my back line. This is where Michael's starting on his back line.
Oh yeah, don't forget to note that these 2 are injured. So
okay.
Jana here's got only 1 arm. Doesn't really affect her because she only had 1
right.
signal. And Jana here's got PTSD, which ended up lowering her bravery.
But with the nun, she gets a reroll to that check as long as she's within 4 of the nun.
Exactly.
So we're going to go through our movement phase. We'll show you where everything ends up. End of the movement phase. This is where I've ended up. And this...
over here, Colin over here, Karen up here, and then we got our 2 invalids over here.
Is where Michael's end up. Alright, so Michael still has the initiative, so he shoots first. Karen up top. Going to take a shot at that compy with her compound bow.
So we've got a shoot of 3, target number 7, right?
Yep.
So we need a 4 or better.
Does not hit. We'll attempt to take a shot with Holden onto that compy in the middle right there. He's in cover, so it's -1, so I need at least a 4 to hit. Nope, that is a miss. For everybody's shooting, no one has anything in the melee, so we will go to turn 2 and dino phase. We'll start with our scent of meat roll. 4 plus 1 is 5. I think you need. It does not bring a dinosaur on. However, because it failed this turn, it gets a cumulative +1 until something shows up. Go into our checking of noise tokens and ammo tokens, and I'm not going to film all this. Just real quick in case you haven't seen before. It's very straightforward. If a character has a noise token, you roll a dice, you add the number of noise tokens, and if that is 6 or greater, then you summon in, you pull in a dinosaur. Pretty straightforward. With ammo, I'm pretty sure it's 6, but we'll double check it. It might be 7. With ammo, you roll and add, and then it's against the clip size of the weapon. If you roll higher than the clip size, you have to reload. One of the compies managed to climb up the storage container, and they will have to do an opposed bravery versus terror check. I've got terror 2 on the compy, so that's a 7.
Okay, so I've got brave 3, so
that's a 4. So what that means is that he cannot disengage from that compy this turn. Initiative phase. I got a 4 plus my leadership.
So we tied.
Just a reroll. I got a 10. He got a 10. I got a 9.
There we go.
There we go. That'll be a win for Michael. So Michael has the initiative. This is where we're starting our moves. We'll zoom over. We'll show you where we end our moves. This is pretty much all the movements. we do have an Overwatch to resolve from Ellie onto Betty. Alright, so taking the shot at -1.
There we go.
6 -1 is 5 plus your firearms of 2 is 7.
Yep. No, actually 8.
Yep. And then we'll roll up for damage. So roll your d6.
Plus the damage, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the hunting rifle has a damage of 3.
So 8. And then divided damage, which is enough, which will get Betty out. Taking a shot at DJ behind the dump truck.
She's got a shooting skill of 2.
Okay. That's where we got the 2 from.
So we got
that is a miss because -1 for the cover goes to 4, +2 for their shooting goes to 6. I'm going to fire off with DJ into the nun since she's not gone yet. That's a 6.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Definitely going to hit.
Right.
Let's see the damage. Ooh, not great. That's a 1 + 3 is a 4. What's your con?
Con is 3, so
1 damage. Shot here onto Max.
There we go.
That'll hit.
What's that?
That's it. That'll hit.
Yeah. Oh.
6 + 3 here is using his fire rate to shoot at this one and then this one. First shot. Hits.
And damage is M16 is 4. So that's gonna be a kill.
Yep. Second one's at -1.
Still a hit.
5 goes to 4 plus your shoot to 4. And that'll be a kill. So Karen swings first in the melee. They're tied for weapon speed. They're both fast. They both have the same dex. And then Karen has the higher melee, which is the third tiebreaker.
And she's got a strength of 3.
It's cocked. So 3, and then the compy can swing back.
Of course the compy's
That's a hit. They're pretty weak when they're by themselves. So that's 4 + 2 is 6.
Or 2 is the strength?
2 is their strength modifier.
So
6 divided by 2. So what's your constitution is 3?
3.
So 2 damage.
2 damage.
Okay, so I have to take a morale test here because I lost people. So we'll roll a d6. 5 will add the people that we lost, which takes us to 7. And I have 4, 5, 6, 7 sent to meet. That's going to bring something. We got a couple people that are going to have to reload. Our centimeter ended up coming in over here. I passed my terror check. He passed both of his terror checks. So if we so choose, we can disengage from them this round. That'll bring us to initiative roll. I have the bonus here, I think, because I have 4.
Does it still apply in that, or is that?
So I got a 7, or I got an 11. I got an 11.
No, I can't beat him because you're going to have an advantage to me, even if I roll a 6.
Oh, yeah, you're right. So I get the initiative. Sweet. Super sweet. We're going to start with Callum, who is going to move and dash. For all of that, Joe has scooted over this way, Holden this way, Callum up to the resource token. We disengage back over here. Our nun picks up a resource token, and Janet follows her up. We disengage and reload here, and our friend here disengages and moves around. Ellie moves up through the alleyway between the warehouses. After reloading. And we will go to Shoosting. Callum is going to shoot into that because I dashed. That's a 1.
That ain't going to do it.
Nope, that's a miss.
Sure.
So Conway shooting at Callum. He's -2 on the shots here. First shot.
Need a 5.
It's a miss. Second shot
Need a 6.
is a miss. Thank goodness, because that was scary.
Yeah, 4 normal.
He's going to take a shot at this compy right here. 3 plus 4. 4 is a 7. That hits.
That should be some damage.
It's damage 5 at this range.
Still roll a 1, basically. Yeah,
That's going to
that compy is just...
super smush.
Yes. Shooting skill 3.
Karen taking a shot at the compy at
So we need
the...
a 4.
That hits. That'll kill.
Yeah.
As we're going through our noise and such checks, Conway does bring in a dinosaur, and he does roll boxcars which means old Slackjaw the T-Rex has just showed up on the battlefield. Now, you can only ever have one T-Rex, and I'm glad he's on his side of the table, not mine. Run away! Run away! After coming in, we have this. Unfortunately, Conway did fail his terror. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He passed. So he can disengage, but he's still got dinosaurs breathing right up his face, which will bring us to the initiative roll. I got a 6, 10, 11, because I still have fewer members.
Oh, then it won't matter.
All right, so I have the initiative. We'll start with Callum. The movement, I'm steadily pulling back towards my table edge, trying to get my resource tokens off the board. Michael is doing the same, but at the same time, he has to deal with old Slackjaw the T-Rex.
Don't forget freaking Karen being an idiot.
Yes, yes. Karen was going to climb down the shipping container, but instead decided to climb down an inch and then take a voluntary fall to save the AP. I don't know, that's not really in the rule book, but it makes sense, so we did it. And she failed the roll and took a
freaking 1.
Rolled a 1 and took
then 5 on the freaking damage. So it ends up being more than enough because you only have 1 hit point. That's stupid.
Yeah. It took her out. She had 1 hit point left, and it removed her from play, unfortunately. Michael is not happy about it.
No, not happy. Not happy.
Gonna fire at Slackjaw.
So it's like, so she got shooting skill of 2, but because a big game hunter is going to be a +1.
Yes, it would be +3.
So we need a.
And then -1 because she dashed.
So +2.
So you stay at your +2.
I need a 5.
Ooh, there it is. Roll the damage.
So it's +1 on the damage.
So +4 because she's got a hunting rifle, right?
Yeah.
That's 3, 4, 7, 8. Divided by their Constitution. Divided by Constitution 5 on the T-Rex is 1 damage. Conway gonna put both shots into the T-Rex. 4,
+4, so that's
6. Oh, does he have Big Game Hunter?
He does not.
So, yep. So that's a miss. Second shot. Also a miss. That's unfortunate. At least you can't call in another T-Rex. That's all the shots. So we'll go to the next turn. We'll do our dino phase, let you know what happens during that. So Compy comes in here off of Callum, then moves towards Janet. The T-Rex and the Compy both move towards Conway. I'm gonna have to reload on Callum. Did you have to do any reloads?
Yeah, on Karen.
And Karen will have to reload. And then we'll go to
not Karen. Dr. Ellie, because I can't fucking
roll. I got a 9, 10.
I did it.
All right, so I will have the initiative. We'll start with Callum, who's going to get the heck up out of Dodge. Movement. DJ falls back. Callum makes it out of the warehouse. Holden and Joe make it off the board. On Michael's side, Conway remains locked in combat. Ellie moves up. Janet falls back. Not all the way. She couldn't make it off the board, so she just moves back enough to where she can still take a shot at that compy before leaving the board next turn. We'll go to shooting, where I have no shots that I'm going to be taking. So it goes to Michael. He's going to take a shot at the T-Rex. Oh, that's going to hit. That's
5,
1 damage.
6.
At the compy. Does not hit. Scrum over here. Conway will swing first, then the compy, and then old Slackjaw. T-Rex in the eye. Does not hit.
How the hell do you miss it?
He's terrified, dude. It's a giant titan of prehistoria. Compy will swing at Conway. 3 + 2, that's a miss. T-Rex. 2 + melee 5 is 7, that will hit. 5 + strength 8 is 13. What's his constitution?
4, so that's 3 damage.
3 damage. Conway is alive with 1 health. And that does it for the turn. Dino Face Scent of Blood does bring in a compy over here on DJ, and he cannot disengage from it.
You get a compy, I get a freaking T-Rex.
This compy moves closer to Janet. Over here, Conway passed his chest, so he is able to disengage this turn. Initiative. I got a 5, 6, 7. You will have the initiative. In pre-movement phase positions. Movement phase, DJ stays put because he has to. Callum continues his fallback. Janet leaves the board, heading back to the base. Conway breaks away and moves down this way. And Dr. Ellie moves into the bottom floor of the abandoned factory. Gonna take his shots at the T-Rex, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
So they would be a -1 +4. 7, that hits.
Because you didn't dash, right?
Yeah, I just walked.
Okay.
Or wait.
I think you may have
I
had
dashed.
So -1.
So that's a miss.
So 2. Yeah, that one was a miss. And that's a
That's a
hit.
hit.
That's definitely a hit.
And
Good damage roll.
so
4, 8.
Is it,
That'll be 1 damage. Where Compy will swing at me first because he is faster than I am. 3, that's a miss.
Okay.
And then I will swing back. I will hit.
Yeah.
2 plus 6 to this roll because of my strength modifier plus a +3 modifier for the heavy axe, which I'm really glad I remembered to give him. And that will cleave the Compy twain. So down here, Dino Phase, this Compy comes in off of Scent of Blood. Luckily, I did pass my test, so I will be able to disengage from it.
We gotta do some horror
We
checks.
got some horror checks over here, though, as the T-Rex just comes in and plows that shipping container out of the way. So Compy first. Compy gets a 6.
So we're not gonna be able to disengage.
Not going to be able to, it doesn't matter to roll the other one because
Let's
it's...
just do it. I'm gonna see it anyways.
Okay. 9.
I actually would have pulled.
You actually would have beat the T-Rex.
I'm more scared of the Compy than the T-Rex.
That-
Apparently somebody's.
All right, then. No bonus for initiative this time because we both have 2. I have a 6. You have the initiative, sir. So this is pre-movement.
All right. So
Ellie moves to here.
no shot.
No shot. Conway can't move. Callum just moves over here with his 5. This way I can get off the board next turn, but that Compy is not going to be able to get to me with its movement. So strategic placement. Strategery involved. Scrum, where Conway will go first at the T-Rex. And miss. Compy will then swing at Conway. 5 plus 2 is 7. 4 plus 2 is 6.
Divided by,
Con 3.
4, so
1 damage.
Now the T-Rex just needs to
That
do
1 damage will unfortunately remove Conway. That's it for melees. We'll go to the last turn where nothing's really going to matter here.
I gotta take a break.
Oh, yes, take a break test.
And it's just I'm gonna lose
1 dice.
1 die. So that's 3 plus.
Break test for that turn. Michael's team will break and run. Ellie did not have a resource token, correct?
No.
And everybody else who did have one made it off. So that will be a game. That'll be a hearty handshake for my friend Michael. And then we'll get into our post-game, see what happens. After post-game, nobody died for good. Max did sustain an eye injury, while Karen
got PTSD.
got some PTSD. Conway made it out clean as a bird, luckily. Resource token gathering was kind of lackluster. We did, however, have a lot of people get levels. I had 4 out of 6 get levels. I took mostly stats, 1 ability on DJ.
I had 4 out of 5 get leveled up, and everybody took an attribute. Most of them were pretty good.
Nice.
They'll come in and play next game.
My attribute rolls were lackluster at best. I did end up with, after everything is said and done, a resource point total of 17 after paying my base's upkeep cost. Mike also ended with 17.
17, but I haven't bought any.
But he hasn't bought anything yet, so that's a thing. Next game, hopefully he'll get enough RP gathered up to get an upgrade going on his base. I used my training room for my job, so Betty, Joe, and Holden each got a couple of extra XP for working in the training room to expand their knowledge of survival in this post-apocalyptic dinosaurus world. But that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for tuning in while we played the Carniverse. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server, talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.